So good morning everybody, it's Tuesday, it's wet and windy and horrible outside. Just give me a little like or a comment just to say you're here, it makes all the difference for me. And this morning we're going to be continuing with, hi Claire, I got your message, I'm going to email you shortly. And hello with the Claire, two Claires. And someone's on YouTube, good morning. So we're going to continue with our thoracic breath. And we're going to start lying down in constructive rest today. Don't get too excited. We're going to stay being sleepy. we are going to move. Okay. So just coming into this position. And if you want, you can close the eyes. You don't have to, but it just helps to bring the attention in. And then we're going to kind of tuck the back of the hands inside, a bit like wings, a bit like chicken wings. And so the backs of the hands are touching the ribs. And before you start to do anything active, just notice in this shape where the breath is moving, how the breath is today. You might feel it more in the belly or in the chest. Maybe it feels shallow or deep, even or uneven, doesn't matter, just notice. And now let's start to bring a bit more space in, and our focus is the rib cage, but we're going to fill the belly first. So on your next breath in, fill the belly and then fill the side body so that the ribs push out into the hands. And then just release the exhale nice and slowly through the nose if possible. So we're inhaling the belly and then out into the ribs. Just take a few cycles of this. There's no rush. But each time you take a new cycle, see if you can get just a bit more breath in. And we're going to stay with this breath. We're going to start to move the arms. If you've got space, then take them along the ground as you inhale. And then back along the ground as you exhale. And if you haven't, you can take them overhead instead. So we're still staying with this breath, breathing into the belly, breathing into the ribs. And you can stay here, or you can start to press into the feet and lift on the inhale. You take the arms wide. Neck becomes long, chin draws to the chest. Lower down on your exhale, arms come back. We're still filling down into the belly and out into the ribs. There's this expansion with each new breath. Let's take one more round. Next time you come down, we're going to stretch the legs long. And then we're going to walk the feet over to one side of the mat if you want a mat, or just over to one side if you're not. And then we're going to walk the shoulders over to the same side as the feet. So we've got this kind of banana shape of the body. If it feels all right in the arms, sweep them all the way overhead, maybe holding on to the wrist of the arm on the side that's nice and open. I'm going to pause here and take 2 full breaths. That same idea of filling the belly first and then expanding through the side body into the ribs, letting them fan out. And then we'll release the wrist and come to the center. Pause in the center, reach the arms overhead, point the toes. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, lift the toes, pull the feet towards you and the heels away. Arms come down. And then we'll go to the opposite side. So feet walk themselves over, not themselves, you're doing it. And then shimmy the shoulder blades or the shoulders, the upper back. And you still want to be on the floor. You don't want to be tipping. And then on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way overhead. And maybe take hold of that wrist if it feels all right. If it doesn't, you can bring them across the chest or just release the arms. 2 full breaths into the belly, expand through the ribs. And then coming back through the center, we'll just pause to take that full body stretch, point the toes, sweep the arms overhead, reach through the fingers, make yourself as long as possible, fan the ribs out as you inhale. And then release the arms, bring the knees into the chest and have a little rock from side to side. Maybe draw the forehead towards the knees. And then if you like, you can hold onto the backs of the thighs and get a little bit of a spinal rock going. You don't need to. I'm going to come all the way up. It's just a nice way to come on up. And we're going to go straight over into all fours. So from here, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, pressing the feet firmly into the tops, the tops of the feet into the mat. It's Tuesday. Okay, and pressing the floor away from you. From here, we're going to start to come into cat and cow. On an inhale, we'll lower the belly, shine the chest forwards. And then exhale to round the back. Just take a few flows of this with your breath. And then come to a nice central table position. Extend one leg back. Ball of the foot and the toes come to the ground. We're just having a little leg stretch here. Keep pressing the floor away from you. Breathe deeply. And then cross that foot over the shin or the lower leg of the opposite leg. Gaze forward so your spine is nice and long. Take a nice big breath into the belly, into the ribs. And as you exhale, can you gaze around to look at that foot? Take one more breath in this shape so that you can feel that stretch down the opposite side of the body. And then come back to center. If you need to release the wrists, then do. Otherwise, we're going to come onto the opposite side. Press back through that heel. Just take a little moment here. And then we'll cross that foot over on an exhale. Gaze forwards. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the ribs. And as you exhale, see if you can gaze around to that back foot. Pause for a breath. And then return that leg down. And from here, we're going to come into puppy pose. So you want to keep the knees over the hips. I'm going to walk the hands forwards. And the bum's going to stick right up in the air. Be careful that the hips don't come forwards. And if you're able to, bring the forehead down to the floor or the mat. And we're going to keep the shins pressing actively into the mat or the floor. So there's a little bit of tone in the belly. If this is too much, you can bring the arms to underneath the head. But wherever you are, we're going to breathe into the belly and then into the ribs. So there's this more full filling. And take about 5 rounds. One more. And then come all the way up. And come and just find a comfortable seat. Maybe it's kneeling. If it's on a chair or cross-legged, it doesn't matter. And then come and close the eyes. You might need to take a few rolls of the shoulders just to release that shape. But then settle, take a full breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just spend just another moment just noticing how you're feeling in your body, your mind, in your breath, and in your heart. And blinking open when you're ready. Thank you very much. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. I'm not sure who it is on YouTube, but hello anyway. And hello to everybody else. Good morning, Catherine. Lovely to see you. And Fred, your new Fred, welcome. And Rob. Hi, Rob. Say hello, Sarah. Okay, have a great day, everybody, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow.